come down to the mat if we're not already there. Shavasana, Savasana, easy seated prayer. Position whatever works for you. Let's take a nice slow inhale. And a softening, letting go, exhale. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Continue to breathe. If you're finding it hard to connect with your breath this morning, just simply place one hand on your belly, one on your chest. I usually take my right hand just on my chest, my left hand on my belly. And slowly inhale, allow all those parts to expand. And exhale, softening down. As you breathe, notice the space between the ribs as it begins to open up and expand. And as you exhale, just allowing them to soften. Inhale, reaching through the ribs. Expanding to the chest. And exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale. And exhale. Allowing your eyes to close if they're not already. Your cheeks soften, your jaw releases any tension. Your tongue drops to the back of your mouth, and you continue to just focus and only focus on your breath and my voice, inhaling and exhaling. Allowing any external distractions to fade out. Continuing to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, softening into those spaces. As you continue to breathe, just notice how big or how expansive you can make your breath. Notice how it makes your body feel. Notice how it softens and lightens your head. Notice how it makes you feel grounded and connected to the earth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Underpinning with discipline. If we want to realize our dreams, we have to underpin our creativity and imagination with discipline. Routine is essential, as it is total discipline. I'll repeat that. Routine is essential, as it is total discipline. We can't necessarily sit and wait for inspiration. We have to make a start, as the French sculptor Auguste Rodin advised. Where shall we begin? There is no beginning. Start where you arrive. Stop before what entices you, and work. You will enter little by little into the entirety. Method will be born in proportion to your interest. In the calm exile of work, you must learn patience. In the calm exile of work, we must learn patience, which in turn teaches energy, and energy gives us eternal youth made of self-collectedness and enthusiasm. Continuing to breathe, inhale and exhale, softening into those spaces. Inhale and exhale. Inspiration may be slow to begin with, but if we apply ourselves, it often follows. We have to set a schedule and then stick to it. Commitment to that schedule day after day becomes a habit, and we find it has its own rhythm. Excuse me, I'll repeat that. Commitment to that schedule day after day becomes a habit, and we find it has its own rhythm. The love for what we are doing brings with it energy and dedication. Many of the world's greatest artists and writers follow a consistent, disciplined schedule. Many of the world's greatest artists and writers follow a consistent, disciplined schedule. We shouldn't let hesitancy and self-doubt put us off. We need to silence that inner critic who tells us we can't do it, probably based on some past memory of being told we're lacking in creative skills. We don't procrastinate or make excuses. Instead, we have to make room for our creative work every day. We set goals, work toward them, and eliminate distractions, while at the same time getting on with what has to be done in our lives to keep body and soul together. I'll read that part again. We set goals, work toward them, and eliminate distractions, while at the same time getting on with what has to be done in our lives to keep body and soul together. Continuing to breathe, softening, settling yourself down into that space. Discipline helps us order the chaos that somehow seems prerequisite for the birth of anything worthwhile. This book began as a series of folders stuffed full of half-written pieces and thoughts on my themes. I wrote notes to myself, questions about whether subsections might be better elsewhere, ideas to follow up on, gaps to be filled, or a particular quotation to be found. As the weeks went by, the chaos gradually gave way to order as I disciplined myself to working consistently on the project. We may have days when we don't seem to achieve much or are not happy with what we've done, but we hone our skills, keep at it, and avoid making negative judgments. I'll read that again. We may have days when we don't seem to achieve much or are not happy with what we've done, but we hone our skills, keep at it, and avoid making negative judgments. We need to be gentle with ourselves. It is temporary not going well. Then we can pause, focus on our breathing, and accept that we are where we are at this very moment in time. Again, if it's temporarily not going well, then we can pause, focus on our breathing, and accept that we are where we are in this very moment in time. Then we can take a short break to do something nurturing, like going for a walk or listening to some music. I tend to go out to the garden and pull a few weeds or do some deadheading and generally forget about what the problem was. Then we return to the task in hand with gratitude for the life we have and the progress we're making on our new project. Hard work and patience reap rewards. We become absorbed in what we're doing and feel alive, finding our inner source of joy. Continuing to inhale and exhale, and as you breathe here on the mat, if you can remember any part of these sentences, please feel free to remember them. I commit to being disciplined in my creative efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. Inhale and repeat to yourself, or you can repeat out loud, no one's probably around. I commit to being disciplined in my creative efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. One more time. 3 is the lucky number here. I commit to being disciplined in my creative efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. So allowing ourselves the opportunity to feel those words as we flow on the mat. Let's begin to wiggle fingers and toes, gently rocking out ankles and wrists. Begin to make our movements whatever we need on the mat. Maybe we'd like to curl up tight, maybe we'd like to lengthen out. Really doing anything that we need to awaken the body. Just taking our time, feeling what we feel, having patience with our practice, knowing that each and every day is different and what it has to present to us is different, even though right now we are in isolation. Each day is different. So sticking with our routine, sticking with consistency, doing the same things, even building up a routine right now if we have small children that are at school, just setting a routine. No, I don't think it's necessary to wake them up at 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, whatever your normal time is. Sure, let them sleep in a little bit. It's a different time. They're under stress right now. They're missing their friends. They're having a hard time processing this, but also set a routine for them. So maybe they get up at 9, have breakfast, school starts at 9:30, 10. Of course, if there's something that they need to be present for at a different time, you can make those adjustments. But just as this is challenging for you, it is them. And their little minds are processing this very differently than us. Soften, release the feet down towards the earth, arms at your side. Begin to draw your navel in, peel one vertebra up at a time, lifting those hips. Exhale, slowly lower, soften the spine all the way down. Inhale, draw, lifting the hips. Exhale, slowly lower. You got it. Inhale, draw up. Good. Exhale, slowly lower. Continue to breathe. Inhale, draw up. Exhale, coming back down. Next breath, let's add the arms. Inhale, draw up, reaching the arms behind you into the Y shape. Exhale, drawing them back down, landing hips and arms. Good. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Continuing to breathe as you do this. Inhale and exhale. You got it. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's begin to draw our right toe up towards the ceiling. Press into the left hip. Lift the hips up. Good. Nice and strong. Hold. Breathe. Slowly lower the right leg down. Lift the left toe point. Keep the hips elevated. Breathe. You got it. Slowly lower the left foot. Lift the right. Good. Lower back down. Switching sides. Left toe up. Lower back down. Good. Draw the hips down. Knees to chest. Give your lower back a rock. Right and left. I am patient with my practice. I am patient with my current situation. Good, coming back to resting. Bring this arch of your feet together. So you're touching them like this. So the outer edge of your foot, where my pinky is, that's going to be down. The inner arch, they're going to be up towards each other. So you're creating this little tent position with your shoes. Knees fall out to the side just comfortably, but you should still feel activation. Press in through the outer edge of your foot. Lift the hips. Arms are just at your side. Come on down. Tone in through the navel. Lift. Breathe. You got it. Inhale. Exhale. Same as you would in bridge. Good. Continue to breathe. Inhale and exhale. You got it. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze those glutes up at the top. Breathe. Good. As you inhale and exhale. Last one, hold and pulse for 10, 9, little, 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, I have patience, 2, and 1. Lower back down, draw those knees into the chest, give your lower back a rock right and left. Let's lengthen those legs a little further out from our buttocks. So, I'm not very good at measurements. Quite a bit of a distance from your bum. Let's prop our toes up, heels down, arms at our side. So heels need to be down. Not flat foot, heels need to be down. Good. Dig your heels into the ground, press, lift up through the hips again. Slowly lower back down. If you feel your knees falling open or closing and you have a prop, a block, or a pillow that you can squeeze while you do this, is very beneficial. You'll kind of activate a little bit more also with your Mula Bandha or your root chakra. Good. So it's up to you. Continue to breathe. Inhale. Exhale. You got it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Today I will focus on the projects that I would like to accomplish through discipline. Inhale and exhale. I will have patience with my projects. Good. Continuing to breathe. 3. You got it. Dig those heels down, 2. Good. Lifting those hips. We got one more after this. Nicely done. Good. Remove that block or pillow or whatever you had in between your knees. Give your back another rock, right and left. Nice work. Good, landing those feet, block, pillow, something that can be a little bit wider that you can hang on to. So I am turning my block sideways. My hands are going to hold onto the block. I'm going to reach the block behind my head and then draw my shoulder blades down in my back pockets. Really try to pick up my chest, create this big arch in my back. Breathe. Good. Draw those shoulder blades down. Make it really active. It's probably hard to see. I'm just hovering off of the ground. Probably looks like I'm almost touching the ground. But I just want you to hover with your arms. Breathe. Hold that block or pillow or whatever you've got over your head. Breathe. You can also just use your arms, but I want you to make it active. So feel like you're holding that block. Breathe. 2. Draw the block or your hands up in front of your face. Take a breath. So squeezing those shoulder blades, make those adjustments. Good, big, big, big arch in your back all the way. Lift, draw the shoulder blades down into the back pockets. Hover that block or hands or whatever you have behind your head. Breathe. Good, breathe. Good, everything should be shaking. Good, exhale back up. One more time, inhale, reaching back, draw shoulder blades out of our ears, into our back pockets. Lift across to the chest, breathe, breathe, breathe. You got it. 3, 2, breathe, 1. Good, coming back down, soften the back. Wrap your arms around your upper back, give yourself a bit of a hug, push that back out. So you're trying to kind of push it against the floor. Yeah, good, 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 good. Swap whatever arm's on top for the other one. Again, a hug opposite side, push that back down to the floor. You got it. Good stuff, release those arms. Turning on to your left side. But we're going to sit onto the fleshy part of your bum, not directly on your hip. So you should kind of just tip off of your hip a little bit. Prop yourself up on your elbow. So you're going to draw your elbow directly underneath your shoulder so that your neck stays in line with your head and the rest of your spine. Not that you're doing this. We're going to bring the soles of our feet together. You can keep your right arm tented out in front of you. And you're going to inhale, open, squeeze. Only open up the leg as wide as you possibly can with comfort. Good, you got it. Breathe, squeeze. So we're keeping the soles of the arch of the feet together. We're keeping the opposite leg down. We're squeezing when we open up, but we're not rocking the body back. So resist doing this and rocking back. You're just opening up that top leg. You got it. Keep the soles of the arches together. Good, one more. Nicely done. Staying on this side, let's extend our right leg. Draw the left leg under more. Good. We're slowly going to draw the leg forward. My friends that know degrees will probably know what degree this is a bit better than I. Good, and we're gonna lift. Slowly lower, inhale. Good, continue to breathe. Go slow, please, this is not speedy. Have patience with slowing down. I think that's probably the hardest thing for a lot of people right now, right? We're slowing down quite a bit. Good. Good. You're going to sweep that leg back the same degree behind you. You might even want to kind of twist and look towards that left hand and lift. So as you can see, I can't lift my leg very high, neither should you be. So only if you're kind of rocking around will you be picking up that leg really high. Good, continue to breathe. Nicely done. Come back to center and switch sides. So we're gonna roll over to the other side, or you can just like roll over so your back's to me. Good, I can't tell. So coming to the other side, again, propping ourselves up nice and strong on that forearm, elbow, shoulder, keeping our neck in line, bringing the arch of our feet together. Good, and again, we can tent that left hand out in front. So kind of like squeeze your arches together so that you're really connecting. Make sure, again, that we're not rocking this top body back, that we're staying nice and connected with the earth as we open that leg. Good. Continue to breathe. Squeeze up at the top, leave your right leg down. Only the left leg is opening up and squeezing. You should feel this up and through here, kind of into the glutes, a little bit into the hamstrings, that side space there. One more. Good. Perfect. Let's extend that left leg. We're going to draw the right leg under a bit more. Bring the left leg out to a degree that I don't know. Good, and we're going to lift that leg. Breathe. Check your neck. Make sure you're not doing this. Good. You got it. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Have patience with this movement. Good. Take that same leg back behind you, opposite degree, and lift. Squeeze. And beautiful, all the way down. Good. Come on to your hands and knees. Good, and we're just gonna go through some cat and cow. So again, planting hands firmly above the wrist, shoulders above the wrist. Draw the tailbone under, round into that upper back. Drop that head last. Good, really push through that back. Drop that head nice and heavy. Shake off the nose of the morning. Say yes to the wonderful day we're going to have ahead of ourselves. Inhale, floating the hips, chest, shoulders. Let's massage those shoulders up and down. So imagine you're trying to pull them together on your back, and then you're pushing the earth away, reaching out through your back. Good, you got it. Keeping that lift in your tailbone or buttocks. Good. Nice, round into that cat and stretch out to one side. You can move about in it, see what feels good. Give yourself permission to move around in your cat. Good, maybe you'd like to float back into almost like an extended child's pose, round into that cat, come up into that cow. Whatever works for you, just start to make your movements a little bigger. You got it. Next time we find ourselves floating forward, let's come into a kneeling plank. Engage that core. Some of you may want to pop up on your toes. Go for it. Lower chaturanga, press straight back up. Shift back, child's pose or down dog. Yogi's choice. Inhale. Lower chaturanga, press straight back up. Shift back, child's pose or down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Press firmly, shifting back. Elbows in tight when we come down. Inhale. Exhale. Good, you got it. Let's do two more. Inhale, kneeling or toes. Good. One more. You got it. Nicely done. Shift your hips back, either into child's pose. If you're in child's pose, you can give your wrists a rock out. If you're in down dog, just pedal out your dog. Have patience with your practice. Inhale and exhale. Good. Beginning to draw ourselves up into down dog. If we're in child's pose, let's pedal out that dog, meet the rest of our friends in our down dog position. You got it, breathe. Good, reaching out of the right leg, drawing it forward and through. You got it. Nice low crescent lunge. Let's press back through that left heel so that you almost get like a stretch out of the calf muscle. Breathe. Make sure your torso is long. Tent those fingers, making your cupcake fingertips. Good. Press that heel back. Breathe. Breathe. Good, make it nice and active. Good. Plant the hands, draw the knee, reach it back, and draw that right leg down. Pedal out that dog. Stay where you are. Feel the feels. Lengthen out through the body, taking the left leg up. Draw the left knee in. Draw the right heel back. Really push through that back heel, lengthen into that calf. Long torso. Cupcake fingertips, breathe into that space. You got it. Breathe, 3. Lengthen through the right heel. This is where we really want to focus on the calf. Good. Landing those hands, draw that knee up, reach that left leg back, draw that left foot down, pedal out that dog. Gaze forward, hop, step, jump, float, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, flat back, lengthen, hands can be on the floor or on shins, breathe. Good, soften into your forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep up. Exhale, hands through to heart center. Take a breath. Find patience with your breath. Find patience with your body. Good, breathe. I'm going to invite everyone into chair position. Now I know some of us do what is considered traditional chair, which is where the big toes are touching. For this one though, I ask that you actually keep it hip width distance apart. Because what we're going to do, if you have your toes turned in, you can kind of cause a little bit of uncomfortableness in your hips, okay? So again, hip width distance apart for your chair for the next flow that we're gonna do. Grab water if you need it. Find the more I talk, the more water I need. Good. So coming to the top of our mat, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sitting in through our chair. Good. So find a comfortable chair. If I were to say to you, I need you to stay here for 10 minutes, you could say, okay, wouldn't love it, but I can do it. Gently press your hands into your thighs. So I'd like you to imagine that you're trying to keep a nice long back. Find that space that you can keep a long back. Place both hands on your left leg. This position on my left side should not change. I'll show you what I mean. Because what we're going to do is we're going to pick up the right toe and reach it back. If this position changes, I'll be doing things like this to change the position of this hip tab. We want to work on balance and control. So again, plugging into that left hip, of course you're going to shift the weight to that left side a little bit to be able to pick up the right leg, but don't change the hinge on your knee, on your hip, on your ankle from this position. You're going to use your hands into your thigh, pick this right leg up, step it back. Good. Breathe. 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 Good. Don't change the position. Step that right leg back. Burning, right? Hands shift to the right leg. Place your hands on the thighs. Hold. Give your body permission to feel safe and secure. Draw the left leg back. The change in the hip and knee does not happen on the right side. Breathe. Hold. Breathe. Hold. Breathe. Hold. Breathe. Hold. Good. Balance. Step forward. Place your hands back onto the left. Pick up your right leg. Shift it back. Good. Breathe. Lengthen out of that right heel. Now begin to straighten that left leg. Keep your hand on your thigh. Right heel lifts. Good. Breathe. Breathe. Slowly bend the left knee. Sweep the right toe behind you. Touch, don't land. Sweep it out to the right, touch, don't land. Draw it back, land that back heel down. Give that calf a stretch, come out of that hip. Breathe. Woo. Good. Engage back into this hip. Pull that heel up, draw that knee up, standing. Nicely done. Okay, my hip is on fire. Mind you, this is my hip surgery side, but my hip is on fire. Good. Sitting into our chair. Hand on to the right thigh. Without changing any part, reach the left leg back. Nothing changes. Right knee, right hip. Holding our body position. Good. You got it. Breathe. Pick up that left toe. Begin to straighten into our warrior 3 leg. Good. Bend the right knee. Hip angles changing, ankle changing. Sweep. Left toe touch. Sweep. Left touch left. Come back to center. Draw ourselves up and back. Good. Give those booties a shake. My girlfriend did this morning in her class, so I asked for permission, but I stole it. Good. So, sitting back, again, in through our chair. Place the hands onto the left thigh. Chest is lifted. Plant firmly into that left leg. Good. Pick up the right. Reach back. Pick up just the toe. Hold without changing the angle. Breathe. 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 Good. Press through the left leg. Rise up with the right knee. Place your hands on top of the right thigh. Breathe. Hold. Good. Okay, 2 things are happening. It's going to get a little confusing. Rotate your right foot out to the side, as if you're going to kind of kick out to the side. Start to bend the left knee, left hip. As you do so, you're scooping or reaching that right leg back out, keeping that bend in that left leg. Back into our chair position. Breathe. Good. Draw the right leg under. Woo-hoo. Hands come to the right leg. Step back left. Reach, touch, right knee, right hip, keeping that hinge. Breathe. We're not hanging out on this side, we're just using it for balance. Breathe. Pick up that left heel. Draw that left knee forward and through. Hands come to the left. Breathe. Find your balance. Breathe. Good. Rotate the leg open. And as you start to draw this left leg back, like you're scooping it back, you're going to bend into this right leg. Coming into your chair. Good. Breathe. Good. Breathe. Step that leg forward. Give it a big shake off. Nicely done, everyone. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Whew. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Breathe. Remember, hands can be on our shins. Hands can be to the floor, whatever we need. Breathe. Exhale, soften. Nice heavy head. Shake off the nose. The yeses for today. We're going to be patient, loving, and kind. Landing our cupcake fingertips. So, tummy. Just going to give myself some room here. My thighs are touching my stomach. From here, my knees are bent a little bit. They're soft. So just not locked out, soft, so that these angles can meet, so that this hip angle
is equal. Cupcake fingertips. What I'd like you to do is draw your navel up underneath your ribs. So what you should kind of feel like, I'm just going to rise, if you guys want to look at the corner of your eye, you should feel like when you draw your navel up underneath the ribs, like everything's scooping up and under. So you should feel this really big contraction in through the base of your ribs, in through where your diaphragm space is. Feel this kind of pull and drop, okay? So again, from our forward fold, torso's touching my thighs, thighs touching my torso. I have my cupcake fingertips. I'm gonna draw my navel up underneath my ribs, brace. Draw everything nice and engaged. Land the hands. I'm still going to use that same engagement, guys, so we should really feel this big awareness of our abs pulling, scooping up under. You should feel your sides trying to scoop this space up. It'll feel like you're drawing up and into the ribs, okay? So it'll feel like everything right in this space is really contracting, nice and hard. So draw that space up, hug those ribs. Good, start to pop up on your toes. Yeah, you got it. Rock forward a little bit. You'll gauge your distance because you should feel comfortable that when you draw your knees, when you draw your heels up, it should feel like you can come to balance on your hands. So again, draw everything up, come back. Draw everything up under the ribs, draw back. Good. Everything up under the ribs, draw back. Keep those hands engaged. Starfish hands up to the ribs and back. Release. Good. Nice forward fold. Grab the elbows. Let everything go. Breathe. Good. Let's bring the hands down again. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to engage, draw the ribs, knees up. We're going to pick up our right foot. Good. Take a break if you need to. Rock back to the heels. Whew. Land the hands. Draw the navel up to the ribs. Tuck everything up. Lift the left leg. Draw everything up. Good. Release back down. Good. Continue. Go back and forth. I'm going to talk because that's what I like to do. So when you're picking up that foot, you should really feel that awareness of the side obliques, everything drawing up. As you draw up, you're really trying to find that balance and counter that balance by stabilizing. So continue picking up right to left. If you're just here and you're just kind of like, yeah, I can do this too all day long, you really need to activate that space. So as you can see, it sounds like I'm struggling to breathe because I'm pushing on my diaphragm. As I pick up that right leg, you can see I'm up on my left toe. I'm going to come back down, stay up on my right toe, pick up my left heel. So I'm trying to keep the torso, hips together, everything engaged, picking up that bum. So my video's a little delayed, so I can see what I'm doing. So even for me, it looks like my bum's still a little too low. So thinking, it's really hard to spot yourself, but thinking you're drawing everything up and the higher you can present the bum towards the ceiling. Yeah, so maybe push up on the opposite toe a little bit more. Good. We'll see how that one looked. Breathe. So really lift the bum. Press into the palms. Yeah. Breathe. Good. And release. Nicely done. Come on down to the floor. Give yourself a stretch. That was probably a lot of ab oblique work for a lot of us. Good. Nice big stretch. Open up everything. Inhale, inhale. Big, 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 big stretch. Exhale, soften, release. Inhale, reach. Stretch out those tummy side obliques. Good. Soften, release. One more time, inhale, reach, and soften, release. Let's take both feet to the left corner. Good, upper body to the left corner. You can keep your legs as they are, or you can cross your right ankle over your left. And breathe into that side body. Nice big stretch. Inhale. Good, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, bringing your upper body back to center. Uncross that right leg. Bring both feet over to the right corner. Upper body to the right corner. Same on this side. You can cross that left leg over that right. Breathe out of that side body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, upper body comes back to center, uncross, legs come back to center. Draw your knees in towards your chest, give your lower back a rock, right and left. Yeah, good. You got it. Let's take our bodies into pretty much our dead bug position. So from here, what I'd like you to imagine is you cannot move your legs. You cannot move your arms. So everything's kind of frozen. Everything's just frozen. You can't move it. You just imagine, yeah, you're just like frozen little bun. And as you rock, I'd like you to take your entire body to the left, head included, so your head's going to stay in line with your spine, but use your core to draw yourself to the left. So you should feel your abs engaged to roll you to the left, and you're gonna find that spot where you're like, uh-oh, I'm gonna tip. Nope, I'm gonna change my mind. But I'm not using my arms or legs to help draw me back. I'm focusing on my breath, on my core, to slowly draw myself back to center. And then I'm gonna come over to the right side. So a couple things, knee has to be at least over hip, if not out further away from your tummy. Good, remember that everything needs to roll to one side together. Draw those abs in, squeeze, draw yourself back to center. Good, one more time to the opposite side. Nice and slow. Everything's frozen, except for your breath and your abs. Good, coming back to center, draw everything in and down. Nice and controlled, come back to the opposite side. Breathe. Good, draw everything in. Good, take those knees nice and wide. Give that lower back a stretch. Take the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling, grab the outer edge, rock yourself out. You got it. Good, come back to center, release the feet, land. Pick your hips up, shift to the left. Hips shift to the left, knees draw in towards the chest, knees go to the right, arms out to a T, gaze goes to the left. Breathe into that twist. Breathe into that side body. Soften into the lungs, ribs, torso, even your internal organs. See if you can soften into those spaces. Good, bringing your gaze back to center. Draw your legs back to center. Pick up your hips, shift far right. Knees in, knees fall to the left. Gaze goes to the right. Soften the breath into those places that might be a little impatient with movement. Inhale, exhale. Good, breathe. Bring your gaze back to center, then your legs. Plant your feet, straighten yourself up on your mat, and come into Savasana, Shavasana, corpse pose, whatever you know it as, or an easy seated prayer position. Inhale and exhale, soften into the earth below. Good. Inhale, exhale, stay where you are. If you'd like to use any props, such as bolsters or blocks, please, I encourage you to do so. Good, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Soften into the back body, breathe into that space. I commit to being disciplined in my creative efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. Continue to breathe those words in as you inhale and exhale. I commit to being disciplined in my creative efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. I commit to being disciplined in my creative efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. I commit to being disciplined in my efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. Continue to breathe, inhale and exhale. Today, taking time to commit to any creative effort. Taking time to be present. Taking time to hone in on anything that we consider as a skill. So anything at all. As we inhale and exhale, softening into the spaces, breathing. Inhale and exhale. Softening into the spaces. Letting our ribs relax, our face relax, our teeth separate, our tongue drops to the back of our mouth as we continue to breathe and soften into those spaces. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale as we breathe all the way down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Allowing ourselves to soften, release, letting go. Breathe.
Remember that you are amazing. Remember that this is a new set of experience for all of us. Remember that you and your children, your loved ones, your family, your friends are all dealing with this isolation very differently. So please be gentle and kind. Acknowledge that people may not have the proper responses. Acknowledge that people may make mistakes right now. It seems to be a challenge of patience right now with this process. So please, again, be understanding, be kind, be considerate of others. Slowly beginning to wiggle fingers and toes. Gently rocking out ankles and wrists. Begin to make your movements a little bigger. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Allow yourself to soften. I commit to being disciplined in my creative efforts. I trust that I can create something worthwhile. I am patient. Begin to draw your knees in towards your chest, rocking right and left, massaging out that lower back. Breathe in and out gently. Rolling on to our left or right side, whatever works for you. Coming into the fetal position. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. And gently rise up into an easy seated prayer position. My apologies for my dogs, they made it almost to the end. There's somebody outside, I just saw them walk by. Good. Breathe, nice big inhale. Exhale, settling down. Let's inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Soften thumbs to your heart. And as always, the Divine Light in me honors the Divine Light in each of you. Have a blessed day. Remember to be creative in your efforts. Have patience with your discipline. Namaste. I also would like to remind everybody, I appreciate you guys joining me this morning on the mat, but I'll be back again tonight. Yes. Tonight? Yes, tonight. 7 or 8, I'm sorry, I can't remember. I'll post it though. I'll check back and post it, and I'll just be doing a restorative this evening with guided meditation. So if you are around and you would like to tune in for that, that would be great. I would love to see you guys again on the mat this evening. If not, have a very creative day. Enjoy yourself. Get outside. I can see it's snowing right now, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. And again, be patient with yourself. Be patient with others.